Hi again, everyone. I'm olliemathews. This is Societal Narcissism. This video is sponsored by contribution from Marissa. Marissa gave a general contribution which I will use for this video. So as you guys know, I spend a lot of time on X, Twitter, scrolling, shit posting, looking for stories, looking for things to apply to the channel. And I came across this video that is, I've watched it a few times, and every time I watch it, it gets more and more disturbing. And what it really represents here is, so many of us who, were born in the 70s or even earlier 60s or maybe even early 80s, grew up so in a world that was so TV centric. And so many of us were sexualized at a young age. It just became normal, and you just accepted these things as normal. And really what it was just more examples of degeneracy. A really Marxist degeneracy, the tool being the baby boomer, affecting on it, shoving it down our throats, onto Gen X and completely shattering a generation. So I came across this video on, as I said, on X. And what it is a 1978 it's out of Canada, a Canadian after-school special. Basically, it's an hour long. I think it ran like a 42-minute run time total with commercials. So it's like an after-school special in Canada, or something. Obviously geared towards kids, and seems like geared towards young girls. And we're going to watch this. And you tell me if maybe I'm reaching on this one. But I don't think so. Because it is so uneasy, the feeling I'm getting. And this might be, if you're Canadian, and if you're a Canadian Gen Xer, this is probably you know this. When you're going to see this and recognize it immediately. And because there's a kicker at the end, and you probably already know the kicker once you see it. So, what it's going to be, but no spoiler alerts in the comments. So, here we go. And it's supposed to be like a junior high. This is supposed to be a junior high musical, after school special, Canadian TV. Broadcast TV, regular TV, 1978. All that is very, very pertinent. So, here we go.
She is only popular because of her shape. She fills out her bra with a perfect pair.
So we're obviously looking, this is taking place in a junior high school locker room. And it's not even, obviously, right off the bat, what the subject matter is obvious. They're talking about girls' anatomy. And obviously, I'm not a girl, but I know this is a real pressing issue for a girl at these ages, at 12, 13, 14. Is this the forum to do it? And if you want to talk about it, and if you're going to talk about it, and if you're going to do a musical about it, wouldn't you think you would use adult actors playing high school or junior? I understand it might be a little harder, but there's plenty of adult actresses you could use that, could pass and for these purposes.
We stand in awe, it's really unfair. may run its over, but it's better than this.
Like, it's, and I don't want to keep like pausing it there, but these are underage girls. You know what they're pointing at? Who is this really for? Yeah, it's supposed to be for, you know, it's under the guise of, you know, it's supposed to give, you know, young girls confidence and, but is this the way you do it? Like, they always hurt you under the guise of helping you. These sociopaths, these abusers, these degenerates. They always do it under the guise of helping you. I mean, this girl on the left, I mean, she's so young, she still looks like a boy. And that's not a knock on her or anything to hurt her. Like, I mean, it's 1978. Obviously, she's older than I am. This is like this would be Chris Hansen's target demographic, whoever's watching this. That's who this is made for. The people Alex Rosen and Chris Hansen go after. Predator poachers, gays against groomers, those people. That's who they go after. People who go after this stuff. This is 1978 in Canada. This would have never flown this would have never flown in 78 down here. No way. I don't even think you'd have a hard time. Not anymore. You wouldn't have not what's going on now. But 10 years ago, you couldn't have underage girl. No. Like, just blatantly. Because it gets worse.
We're longing to be bigger, so we pray. 33C and not AA. Because just think with a little.
And I get it, the subject matter. I understand this is a pressing issue for girls. It's an esteem issue. It's, a competitive issue. But is this how you do it? You take on a very personal sexual issue by sexualizing all the girls on screen and they always hurt you under the guise of helping you.
Little bit more size, we'd attract the eyes of the guys. What can we do? Belonging to the itty bitty titty committee.
Let's go back again. Now, we all got the joke. We all the joke of the female gym teacher. But they're right out here and sexualizing all these girls. I mean, it's right there in your face. And this is 1978, and you wonder why. Well, especially Canada's in the position they're in, and they keep electing the degenerates they keep electing up there. Look at what they're normalizing. Having young girls and I get it. I get it. You want to take on an issue, but why would you use girls of that actual age, underage girls, to do this? There are plenty of adult actresses, 18, 19, that they could have used, that they could have passed off for the same purposes, because that wasn't the point. The point isn't the content matter that they're supposedly selling. The point is the visuals, is the overall message it's sending, and who it's really sending it to, and who this was really for. I mean, this is like a showgirls dance. These girls are 12, 13 years old. And you could think, oh, well, you're overreacting. It's girls. Hold on. It's young girls. They're dancing. Okay. They're trying to be adult. It's not that bad. Now you got underage girls dancing in towels in the shower. And they are under, you can look at them and you can tell these are not adult actresses. Look at the completely like, I'm disturbed even looking at, honestly. This black girl, she's maybe 11, 12 years old here.
The itty bitty titty committee. We would even go for a community chest. 'Cause we're running late and it's time to grow. We sit and wait for something to show. Our mothers say that nature often takes a long time. But we're really sick 'cause it's hard to be only a stick instead of a tree. That's why we're scowling, we wanna throw the towel in. That is why we're howling, it's 'cause we're...
And like I said, this is disturbing. I mean, this isn't anything against these girls at their age. I'm like, but this girl here on the end, she's so young, she still looks like a boy. I mean, these other two are super, I mean, they're young. They're like 13, 14 max.
Too flat, and that's that.
Fourth period I have music, fifth period I have English, and sixth period I work in the office.
Well, at least we have 2 classes together. So.
And that is Paula Abdul. Are you ready for super weird and obscure? Paula Abdul got her big break in a Canadian 1978 musical film called Junior High School. Unlike G-rated, obvious Disney, this one goes there. I mean, I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Well, it does go there, but I mean, I don't know if this guy is bragging about it. He thinks it's a good thing. It's not. It's not. You know, Paula Abdul, very talented. Okay, but I mean, she's had some issues, hasn't she? This is the sexualization of Gen X. I mean that's disturbing. Like, I watched that a couple times to get through it over like a couple days. Like, I watched it and I didn't watch it for a few days. I'm like, well, do I want to do this video? Do I not want to do this video? You know, I even asked you, Free, like, I'm like, what do you, and the first time she watched it, she's like, yeah, she's like, you got to understand how the issue is with girls. And then when she watched it again and saw the actual age of the girls and what was going on and the dancing and the, like, no, that's wrong. Like now I'm creeped out. Like, and that's how I felt. I'm like, I'm creeped out. And this is 1978. You know, there were much more subliminal, and not that this stuff wasn't happening in the United States. They were just a lot more covert about it and subliminal about it. Canada and other places, Canada, Europe, they were there. They were already going there. That's why I'm telling you. That's why Europe and Canada and these other places are 30, 40 years ahead of us on these cluster B disorders, because it's been running rampant. Marxism, communism been running rampant over there. And what happened up in Canada with over the last 12 years of Trudeau, where you just, you know, straight communism, you know, and that's after still trying to recover after his father's administration. Like, you're done. 1978. Who was in charge of Canada in 1978? It might have been, I'm not going to look it up right now, but it might have been Trudeau. Well, you know what? I'll look it up. Who was Prime Minister of Canada in 1978? It's fucking Trudeau. Holy shit, it was fucking Trudeau's father. It was Trudeau's father in charge in 1978. You think this shit is coincidental? It's not. Holy shit. Holy shit, it's Pierre Trudeau. Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. Pierre Trudeau, Prime Minister of Canada, 1978. I keep telling you this degeneracy, it gets handed down. It's purposeful. What happened in Canada is not an accident. It's not an accident. They've been plotting this shit since the 60s and 70s. You can see it in the programming towards children. Of course Trudeau is in charge when that stuff is going on and his wife is banging friggin' Castro and she's getting passed around at swinger parties and all. Everybody knows what's going on up there. His mother's a friggin' turbo whore. Whore. There are no coincidences in this stuff. There's just not. The degeneracy is purposeful, and it gets passed down. Like, and boy, did they come after Gen X right on the nose. Boy, they punched us right in the face with their degeneracy. I mean, how else do you explain what we just watched? And I know some of you probably Canadians have seen it before. You might not ever even have looked at it that way. But that shit is totally fucked up and inappropriate. Pierre Trudeau. Of course it was. Of course it was Pierre Trudeau. Of course. Unbelievable. This is why you watch me. Okay, where else are you going to get insights like this? Support the channel. Please support the channel. Thank you, Marissa, for your contribution. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, something you'd like to expose, you'd like to set up a Skype, a phone call, have a private video made, you'd like to sponsor a video like this for someone who needs help and can't afford it, or just make a contribution to the channel in general to keep it supported, growing, and successful, because this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you. Without you guys, all of this goes away. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do with either the Cash App, Zelle, PayPal, and email links in the description box below. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. Also, be sure to subscribe to both my channels on Rumble, and please watch, like, comment, and share the videos over there, as I am monetized on Rumble, and it would help the growth of the channel greatly. Also, follow me on X and Telegram as well. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been Societal Narcissism. Take care, everyone.